Hello, hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, if you can see me, throw in the chat. Welcome, 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 educators. My name is Natty. I am your host, your MC for this virtual McDonald's I Said workshop. So thank you for being here. This is part of the I Said education tour, and we are so excited that you're here. How was your day? How are you feeling right now? Throw it in the chat. Fort Lauderdale, what we got? Mario Caro Eka. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome, everybody. I said I'm your host. I'm excited. We got a lot of great stuff planned for you right now or today, wherever you are. I'm on a different time zone. I'm in Houston. We got a lot of great things planned for you. We're going to help you or get you thinking about help. Calm down, Natty. Help you with your students talking to you about getting them thinking about what's happens after college, the college application process, what's going to happen when they graduate high school, advice for college and navigating the application process, and an opportunity to engage with us in the chat. So that's what's wrong with me right now because I am nosy. I've been looking in the chat. And on behalf of Cool Speak, some McDonald's Arch cards. Natty, how do you win? Well, you do what you're doing right now. You engage in the chat. Now, I'm not doing this thing by myself, and I'm not even the star of the show. I'm about to introduce the star of the show. Are you ready? I said more. This is what we're about to do. We're going to do more, be more, see more. It is my pleasure and honor to bring to the virtual stage the CEO of Cool Speak. His name is Carlos Ojeda Jr. Please give me some snaps, showing some love in the chat. Y'all welcome Chu to the stage.
What's up, Natty? It's been like forever since we were doing this on the virtual stage, but we're trying to reach everyone. And on behalf of McDonald's and on behalf of Cool Speak, thank you for logging in. Thank you. We're tired. We've been all over the country doing the tour. We've gone to some amazing schools. We've gone to Texas, to California, to New York, to Florida. We've been all over the country, and we wanted to take a moment and pause and thank you, counselors, give you information, give you resources, and give you time. This is for you, the counselors. There are no students here. Students are gone. They left for the day. On the East Coast, it's 4 o'clock. They're gone. They're out of school. All right. In the Midwest and forward, kids are getting close to leaving. This is for you. To thank you for all that you do, but also to give you some more resources, some more tools, because we all know that all you want to do is help students, right? So let me introduce myself, reintroduce myself. I know Natty said who I was, but I usually like to tell people my name is Carlos Alberto Ojeda Torres Rivera de Jesus Jr., right there. Real quick, right? But you can call me Chu, all right? Because that's what my friends and family call me. And after today, we're friends and family, all right? And we're here to talk about the ASET scholarship and the impact that it has. All right, and the impact that it has on families, on individuals, on our community. All right. So, real quick question for the chat. All right, what is the most difficult? What is the most difficult part? What is the greatest challenge in getting students to fill out the application for a scholarship? All right, I want you to share in the chat. Let me know what you think. All right, because that's the biggest problem that we're dealing with: getting the kids going and getting them to complete. Now, if anyone should know how important and impactful a scholarship can be to not only themselves as an individual, but their family, it's me. You know, I was a complete knucklehead in school, got in trouble all the time. All right. Uh, I was told that I was garbage, that I would never amount to anything. I was told that I would either die or drop out, but I would never hold a diploma in this hand. Right. I had friends that were trying to lead me in the wrong direction. Um, but then one day in 12th grade, I met somebody. I met an individual who utterly and completely changed my life. A counselor. just like y'all right now, just like you and me, we connecting. It was a counselor just like you that intervened, that got in my life and said, "Hey, there's another way. There's another road." Right now, I was a knucklehead. I wasn't trying to listen to her, but she was a beautiful Puerto Rican woman, and I had a crush on her. But she called my mom at home and spoke to her in Spanish. She called my dad at work, talked to him in English, started trying to convince him to go to a fair, to the feria. They were like, my mom's like, what? And he's going, go to the college fair. And my mom was like, mijo, I don't know why you don't want to go. You know, we in una feria, we can get some funnel cake, some cotton candy. I said, mommy, that's not the type of fair that we're going to. But it didn't matter. This lady was inspiring to not only me but to my family. Made me fill out the application, made me do all this stuff that I needed to do to get to school, and helped me take the SATs, helped me fill out applications. And at the end of the day, when I got accepted to all the schools, the lady gave me a scholarship, a full tuition scholarship to go to her school. And on graduation night, I was wearing a cap and gown. When they called my name, I ran on that stage. But as I got closer and closer to the podium, I started thinking about the teacher, not the counselor, not my mom and dad, not the people that supported me. I was thinking about that teacher, the one that called me garbage, that told me that I would either die or drop out, but I would never, ever, ever hold a diploma in this hand. And you know what? She was absolutely right. Because I'm left handed and I grabbed it with this hand, man. And the moment I grabbed the diploma, everything changed. I ran into the audience looking for my family, and the crowd parted, and I saw my father crying. I had never seen him crying before. Before I could do anything, he gripped me up and he held me. This is the moment. This is the moment that changed everything. This is the moment. This was the moment that was created by a counselor like you, an individual like you that takes their time, puts their energy and their love to kids you don't even know in hopes that they will reciprocate with hustle and fight and struggle. People like you make people like me a reality, make that moment a reality for that man, for my family. I became the first person in my family's history to go to college, graduated with honors, first person in my family's history to get my master's. I was a college professor by the time I was 25. Started my first business at 25, second at 27, third at 30. Started Cool Speak, the youth engagement company, with my business partner Ernesto, and now we're a multi-million-dollar company, inspiring millions of kids all across the country, working with amazing organizations like McDonald's and the HACER Scholarship. All because someone gave me a scholarship. All because someone like you took a chance on someone like me. So on behalf of McDonald's, on behalf of Cool Speak, I just want to thank you for what you do. And we want to give you some resources, and we want to give you some tips to help you. So let's talk about why we're here. The Ascend Scholarship, right? That's why we're here. The scholarship I got changed my life. This scholarship can change the lives of one of the students you serve. So let's get to it. All right, let's start talking about it. If we're going to talk about the scholarship, the Athel National Scholarship, every year, the owner operators of McDonald's, the Latino Hispanic owner operators, they give away $500,000, $500,000 to 30 students. Now, the scholarship opens in October in 2022, right? So October 18th, 2022, it opened. And it ends in February 6th, 2023, which is right around the corner. We got a couple weeks, and I know you're thinking, oh my God, that's not enough time. Yes, it is enough time, but you and your kids got to hustle. All right. So we're going to give you all the information that you need to get a move on so that you can get them applied and completed. All right. So it ends February 6th, 2023. How do you get the application? How do students fill it out? They just simply have to go to www.mcdonalds.com/hacer. By going there, they can actually sign up and start the process. They can start the application. They can save, come back, start doing some work. It doesn't have to be all done at one time. They can do piece by piece and continuously work on it until they have a solid application, and then they hit submit. All right. So $500,000. How do we break it down? Real simple. All right. We have two $100,000 scholarships, two $50,000 scholarships, two $25,000 scholarships. We have one 20 grand. We have three $10,000, and we have $25,000 scholarships. I love the fact that they spread it around, and with all these different denominations, we can give different students the money that they need to make their dreams a reality. What are the requirements? I know that's what you're asking me. I know that's what you're thinking. You're probably wondering, how do we do this? What are the requirements? Really simple. The requirements are high school senior, a 2.8 GPA. They have to be younger than 21 years of age. They have to be a legal U.S. resident and or for the first time ever, and we have been super excited about this, they could be a DACA student, all right? They need to be eligible to attend a 2-year or 4-year college, university, and or technical school, all right? And they have to have at least one parent of Hispanic heritage. If you've got two parents, that doesn't increase the odds of you getting the scholarship. It just means you're more Hispanic. All right. Now, all of these requirements, all of them, they make this scholarship super accessible. All right. A good chunk of your students are eligible for this. All right. As long as you get them going, get them applying, and then the big part is that they complete the application. Don't just start, but get them to complete the application. They do that, they take one step, one giant step forward in getting the scholarship and changing their lives. So, what are the criteria? So, what are we thinking about? What are we looking for? And I will tell you that not only am I on here talking to you, not only am I traveling across the country with the rest of the team, going from high school to inspire students to apply, I'm also on the scholarship committee. I read the applications, I read the short answer responses. I help select students to potentially get the scholarship. And I can tell you from personal experiences that these are the three most important parts. All right, the most important criteria is number one, academic achievement. All right, we got to make sure you're doing well in classes, and not just doing well, but the type of classes that you're taking. Make sure that you're taking challenging classes. Are you taking AP, and how are you doing in those classes? We're also looking at financial need. You know, what's the story behind your application? What's your family history? What's going on? What is the financial need? It does come into play. And how much of a leader are you? What's the community involvement? What are you doing in your community? Are you playing on a sports team and are captain of that team? Are you a leader or a part of different clubs and organizations on campus? Are you in student council? What are you doing to show that you are a leader and having an impact? Do you have an after school job? What are you doing? Those are all the things that we're looking for to determine who gets the scholarship. All right. Now, the ASET scholarship isn't the only scholarship out there. All right. We want to give you some tools and resources to get as many scholarships for your students as possible. So, the first one, of course, is the ASER scholarship. And I'm going to repeat this again and again. You go to mcdonalds.com/ASER in order to apply for the scholarship. That's mcdonalds.com/ASER. But there are other resources. FAFSA, when you're a counselor, you already know. It started in October. Got to get these kids to fill out the FAFSA. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund, all right, is a phenomenal website because what they do is they have a consolidation of just about every single Latino scholarship out in the entire United States, all in one place, so that you can check it out and you can start filling out the application for all the scholarships. One of the big things that we tell students is that they want to, on average, apply to at least 75 scholarships. If you apply to 75 scholarships, you will at the very least, receive one. That is what the odds are right now, between 72 to 75 applications in order to receive one scholarship. Now, does that mean that you're only going to get one? No. If you're applying to 72 to 75 scholarships that you are eligible for, that you fit the criteria for, you may get more than one, but at the bare minimum, you'll get at least one. That's what the average odds are right now. Big Future is an amazing app by College Board that helps students figure out where they want to go and how to connect the schools that they're going to. CapEx is very similar, but it does the same thing with scholarships as well as schools. So you put in all your information, what you're interested in, what are you interested in studying, what parts of the country, a full breakdown of your student. And what it's going to do, it's going to give you a bunch of universities that fit your student's profile. Additionally, it's going to give you a full listing of all the scholarships that the student would be eligible for. And of course, you can go to my website, my company, Natty's company, or Nestle's company, our company, CoolSpeak. You can go to our website and get some information. We have tools and resources on the site as well. Additionally, all right, more resources, all right, for our African American community, our brothers and sisters, we have the Positively Golden Scholarship by McDonald's. Phenomenal. All you got to go is go to that URL in order to apply. And we have for the Asian and Pacific Islander, we have the McDonald's APIA scholarship. And then we have Archways to Opportunity. So if you work at McDonald's, all right, on top of all the resources that they provide with this program, they can provide tuition assistance to help you go to school. In fact, at one of the schools that we went to in California, there was a whole crew of young people that worked at McDonald's and they were hanging out with us, even volunteered to come up on stage. And we told them about Archways to Opportunities, and they were super excited because one, they were going to apply for the athletic scholarship, but two, they were going to use the Archways for Opportunity. So it's another resource and another opportunity. Not all of this information is here for you. All right. We want to provide this. You can get this information on the website as well. But we wanted to provide these resources because we want your students to apply, specifically apply for the Ascend Scholarship. All right. February 6th is right around the corner. So the only thing I have left to tell you about the scholarship is to apply today. Get your students to mcdonalds.com/Ascend and get them to apply. Natty, that's the scholarship. Natty, that is all the information any of these counselors need to get their students where they need to be to make their dream a reality. I mean, I can't say anymore. This is the key. Get that scholarship, change your life.
That's right. Get that scholarship and change your life. Y'all, give me some snaps. Throw some energy to through to Chew. Chew, thank you. You have this way of calming me down. When you first started speaking, I was thinking, Chew knows me. Chew knows that in the beginning, when this camera thing went off, I started getting excited and talking over myself, and I need to calm down. So I really, really appreciate you, Chew, and everything that you do for the I Said More tour, for Cool Speak, and for myself and my nerves. Do you remember when we were in Salinas and we were on the I Said tour? We had we had the assembly, the huge big assembly, had a great time. And then the next day we had these classroom takeovers. The very next day, the students were working on their, I said, scholarships. And I was so impressed. I hope that happens wherever you are, educators. This is a huge, huge opportunity. So please, anything you want to know, throw it in the chat. Um, yeah, this is huge. It can change a student's life. True, I said thank you. I gave you all of these accolades, and I was trying to butter you up. I just want to know. I know you gave, but I want to know. Can you assert more? Can you give these educators a little bit more? Can you come back to us and talk to us and impart some jewels with us? Please, please, can you assert more?
Natty, of course, I even took off the jacket, and now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. all right? Because I gave the resources that you need to serve the students. Now I want to talk about doing something for yourself. You know, uh, I, I want to talk about how you can help your students a little more, but I also want to talk about how you can help yourself. Well, talk about the students. The first thing we need to realize is most of you are probably going to tell me that there's been an uptick in behavior problems at your school. Yeah, we notice. We've been out there traveling, going from high school to high school. We see it too. And number one, you're not alone. Number two, it's something that you can deal with. You're probably saying, hey, kids aren't interested in going to school. They're a little apathetic. It's been difficult. It's been hard. We get it. So here are a couple tips to help you. Number one, it's not over. Yeah, we went through COVID. It was 2 years, give or take, and returning was just the beginning, right? Now we still got to work to heal our kids because they went through some trauma, they went through some stuff. Things are so different. Think about it. The number one thing that you can almost always be assured as a kid, whether you liked it or not, was that you had to go to school. Unless it was snowing, unless something happened, you had to get up early in the morning and go to school, and then suddenly it was gone. And yes, students rejoiced at first. My kids were having a party, but as time progressed, it became a little unsettling. And now they're back. So their gift for surviving the pandemic is going back to school. So we got to help them heal. We got to help them process. We got to give them an opportunity to get on the mic. And that's one of the things that we've been doing with the tour. A lot of what we've been doing is going into the classroom, doing these takeovers, giving students a pen, helping them write, helping them be able to express themselves and articulate what they've been through. That's important. Got to help them reset. All right. For 2.5 years, they've been on their own, and all of a sudden they're back in school. We can't expect them to know how to act or know how to be. We have to help guide them and reset. They have to reset their desire to go to school, reset the purpose, and then we got to inspire them. All right. We've got to inspire them because a lot of them have been a little deflated. And so one of the reasons we've been doing the tour, when we went back, one of the first things McDonald's owner operators, McDonald's wanted us to do is get out there and inspire. And we've been going to school, speaking with them, talking with them after, coming back after school with a McDonald's food truck, having parents come through, hanging out, just being there and inspiring them, reigniting the spark. How do you do this? You don't do it alone. Teamwork makes the dream work. So pull your students together to work on the athletic scholarship. Pull your students together to work on getting to college and doing all that good work. Get parents involved. All right. Look, never underestimate the power of the chancla. All right. We all know the power of the chancla. All right. We have all felt the power of the chancla. If you get parents involved, and our parent sessions have been amazing and emotional and empowering, so many parents showing up because they all want to help and get involved. So get them involved and get other educators and mentors in on this. The individuals in your school that are of like mind and soul, and they want to help, bring them together because dream teamwork makes the dream work. But now that I talked about that, let's talk about you. All right. How do I ascend more for myself? How do I help myself? All right. Uh, Heal. You got to heal too. I know I said we got to heal the kids, but you know what? You went through it too. Most educators that we run into, they're worn out. They didn't get a rest. They had to figure out how to persevere through the pandemic, get back to school, and they're there day in, day out. And I thank you for that. But now take a moment and heal yourself because before you help others, you've got to help yourself. The educators are great at helping every single student, every parent, everybody out there, but you don't take care of yourself. So you got to take time to heal. That means talking to people. That means getting a support group to talk to people. That means, you know, that means taking a moment and getting a counselor or going to therapy. That means finding ways to help yourself get better. All right. Be aware. Be aware of the things that are important, the real important things in your life. Family, friends, what is it that is important in your life? One of the things I realized and crystallized by this whole situation and our transition back to in person was how much I love the sparkle in students' eyes when they are motivated and inspired, how much that mattered to me. But additionally, I realized how much I miss my family. And it's both of them, right? And I started to take stock on the things that are important to me. And you want to be aware of the things that are important to you, and the things that bring spark to your life. You want to connect with the important people in your life. It could be connecting with your students, having real meaningful connection. Here's the thing, those connections help you and they help the students making those connections, but also making connections with your significant other, with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends, because they are the ones that will pour back into you what you have poured out to the rest of the world. There's got to be reciprocity, right? So you want to connect and you want to energize mind, body, and soul. You got to work out. You gotta journal. You gotta write. You gotta do all these things. You gotta do all of that for yourself. All right. Like I'll be full transparency. When we were on the road and I got back home I think it was December 13th, I was very heavy, very sore. I was limping. I was out of shape. Since that time, I've lost 18 pounds, getting back on my grind, taking care of me. I've meditated every day. I found things that are important to me, spent time with my family, ate better. All right. Take care of myself. I got to re energize myself so I can go back out into the world and have an impact. And then there's richness. And by richness, I mean be the individual that's bringing richness to your students and your family. Give back. Be a servant leader because doing that, it energizes you too. Be the reason, you know, find your purpose and live your purpose and be and speak and live your truth and have that impact. Bring richness to your own life and to the lives of those you serve. Doing those things is how you are able to ascend more for yourself. And by doing that, you'll be able to ascend more for the students you love and care for and serve. Do that, and we're going to make some dreams a reality. What do you think, Natty? Think that's it? You think that's good? You think that that's the impact?
Yes. What'd you say? Heal. I wrote notes. When you talk, I write notes. Heal, be aware, connect, energize, and richness. I love all of that. Yeah, I that road is nothing to play with sometimes, and I kind of felt the same way. So I have been trying to be more mindful of my physical health and also my mental health. But yeah, I'm trying to energize and connect. I appreciate that. I let me see. I've been looking at the chat while you were talking. Hey Renee. Hey Maribel. Karina, y'all hashtag I said more. Okay, I see you. I see you, friends. Oh, Chew. Hello. What should we do now? Should we do a little writing exercise with the people that are here? Do we gonna do a Q&A? What do y'all want to do? Y'all tell us. What do you think, Chew?
Yeah, if they have questions, Natty, they could throw them
Hmm.
in the chat, right? Throw
Okay.
your questions in the chat about it. The questions could be about the scholarship. They could be about the tips I gave you. They could be about our clothes and our gear, you know. They could be about I said and more. And what we mean by that, they could be about the tour, like where we been and what we do. I want people to write up in their wow, the questions are jumping off, Natty. The
Okay, let's
question
see.
has jumped off.
Let me read the question. Let me feel
Yeah,
like I'm contributing. I'm the host, you understand? Let me I said more. Hashtag. And by the way, y'all feel free to post on your social media, hashtag I said more, and tell everybody about this because what'd you say, Chu? The deadline was February the 6th?
6th, Natty. February 6th. It's right around the corner.
Okay, true. Question. How do I explain the FAFSA and its importance to parents? Is it important to parents?
It's incredibly important. Like the first question I tell parents is, "Do you want your student to go to school?" And then the answer is overwhelmingly yes. Like, I want to go to school. I said, "Do you want to pay a lot of money to go to that school?" And the overwhelming question will be no. All right. Well, if you want your student to go to school, but you don't want to pay a lot of money, then the FAFSA is key to making that a reality. What I tell the parents is that it's a free application for federal student aid to get some free financial aid for your student, to get free money. But here's the thing, and this is where people make the mistake: the earlier you apply, the more money you receive for your student, right? And so, and it's also based on need. So if you're a family, all right, that isn't making a lot of money, that's what I tell parents. You want your kid to go to school? Yes. Do you want to pay a lot of money? No. Okay, then you have to fill out the free application for federal student aid so that you get as much money as possible. And you need to do it earlier. The earlier you get, the better. Those people that wait too long, you're going to get what's left, because what they're going to do is they're going to start giving out the aid to all the students that applied, and your child may still get money, but they will get less money because they waited. So you got to get
Mm,
in where you fit in, and you got to do it early.
can't wait. Uh, I've, I would see, I'm nosy too. Renee asked this question. Is there a place to find who were the winners last year? I had a kiddo that made it a couple steps into the process and would love to see who the winners were. Do you know where they can find
I know that they can find some videos from some of the winners on the
that?
said website. I'm going to see and wait and see if the moderators have a full list that they might be able to put the link in the
Oh,
live chat to see if there's a list of the students. But we do have videos of some of the winners uh, um, that we use and kind of utilize, because you can't, not everybody wants to share the story. But Natty, I don't know if you know this, but on the tour, we actually
mm-hmm.
had winners participate on the tour. So when we went and visited the school, we had former winners come and share. We had, I believe, a dentist, yes, a dentist in New York, which was awesome. The kids loved her, and we've had former winners be a part of it. And I know that we have some videos. So I don't know if there's a list somewhere. So I'm going to see if the moderators can answer that question and throw that answer in the chat.
We're going to
That is an
find out from you,
excellent
Renee.
question.
That is a great question. Okay. Oh, so this would be me if I was in high school, which was just a couple of years ago. No, here's the question. Don't make that face. Uh,
I'm not going to
what,
try and blow your spot up.
what if the student only has one parent of Hispanic background? I think you covered this, but we had some people join later. What happens if the student only has one parent of Hispanic background? Are they eligible or what?
Yeah,
No?
that's all they need. They just need one parent and they're eligible. That's it. One parent of Hispanic background and they are eligible for the scholarship. So that's all you need. So one is great. Two, that's great too. You know, doesn't help them get any more scholarship, but did the answer coming up? There we go.
It did come through. And I love the chat. I'm listening to you, but I'm multitasking. Daniel said, my experience when helping students with FAFSA is that parents often don't file correctly to get more of a refund, but end up hurting the kids. That's true too. So
Yes.
you got to be
Yeah, because
careful.
they're worried about short term gains instead of those long term goals. One of the things that we've seen really successful schools do is have parent night where you help them fill out, you know, the FAFSA, but also
Oh,
even have some people help them with the taxes so that they understand the connection between what they're doing now and the impact that it will have on their students. So some of the FAFSA nights, bring the families in, you bring people that can speak the language, and we're going to fill out that FAFSA, and we're going to talk about the taxes and understanding how to do it correctly so that you help your student in the long term, instead of getting that maybe extra $100 now, right? Because you're filling it out incorrectly versus the thousands of dollars in the long term that they can get. So those family nights where you bring families in Excellent,
Mm.
excellent strategy.
See, I
Do we
didn't
have
even
another
know that.
question, Natty?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah, the
that. Didn't know that.
family nights are a real deal. When I worked in university, we did them as well. We would go and we'd be at the school or we'd be at a community center, and we would be sitting there showing people how to fill out the applications. It takes a little while, but it's actually faster because we're telling them, "Hey, go to this line, go to that," and we'll have tax prepare individuals that prepare the taxes in those sessions with us, so that they can give advice and do that simultaneously and help their students in the long run.
That's really cool. Thanks for bringing that up, Daniel. What do I tell a student that says they probably won't win an ISETA scholarship? I know what I would tell.
Well, this is what I tell them: if you believe you can win the scholarship, or you believe you can't win the scholarship, you are correct on both. Because if you believe that you're not going to win and you don't apply, you're definitely not going to get
Yeah.
it. But if you believe you can and you apply, you got a great chance. All right, they will not get 100% of the scholarship that they don't apply for,
Mm,
right? And I'll
that's
be honest, I never thought I was definitely not the kid that fit the mold for a scholarship, but I got a scholarship from my undergrad. I got a grad assistantship from my master's. So I tell students, if you don't try, you get nothing. You get nothing, right? You get
nothing.
100% of nothing. If you try
Zero.
it, you got a good chance. Good chance. I mean, if you look at those criteria, Natty, there are a lot of other scholarships out there. They are just not as accessible as the ATHED scholarship. 2.0, 2.8 GPA. That's a very accessible scholarship for the students that we work with, that the
Hmm.
people on this call are serving. So what I tell students all the time is, uh, you get if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't.
You won't.
What you
That's right.
believe, that's power.
Yeah, that is right. Oh, how can I promote this scholarship on my campus? That's a good question.
Oh, have an interest meeting. Have people come in, uh, and uh, and get information about the scholarship, showing them it's important at this juncture. All right, because we got February 6th right around. Get them together and get them working on the scholarship together. Help them, have computers and laptops available. Have them start filling out the application right then and there. Maybe have an English teacher or someone who's really good at writing help them start preparing. Now, while the Athletic Scholarship does not have an essay, it does have short answer questions. All right, it has short answer questions, which for me in the grand scheme, it's just one essay broken up into pieces, but you still have to represent. And I will tell you, getting kids together so that they work on it together, so that they can proofread each other and listen to each other. Our children have amazing stories. And some of the best scholarship applications I've read have had compelling stories where students are able to articulate and leverage that story for their educational success to get that scholarship. So getting them together, helping them write, I really do believe uh, uh, teamwork makes the dream work. It really does help, and a lot of the programming that we do, we bring kids together. It's not competitive. We're all working together. If you get it and I get it, it's all good. Let's work together to make it happen. So you get the information from the SF Scholarship, post it on social media. We have a bunch of videos on our YouTube, where from past years, and we'll have this video available on our YouTube so that they can watch this video. But we also have a little motivation, some stories, and some inspiration videos as well on YouTube that you can share with them, and then work from that group, work together to make it a reality.
I started jumping around when you brought up those questions because I saw those questions. They're like 100. The answers only have to be 100 to 200 words. It's not. Well, I was yeah, I was excited about that. And when I saw some of the kids and Selena's working on that, that really I'm getting fired up. Anyway, next question. What is the best trick to get a student recognized for a scholarship? Hold on. Let me read that
We
again.
kind of already started talking about it. It's that essay. It's that short answer question.
Yeah. Okay.
It's that way of taking their stories and sharing them. All right. I will tell you there's a winner, a Thed scholarship winner, Natty. It's one of the ones I selected the first year I actually got to
This
be on the
year?
committee. Yes,
That's
and I
awesome.
believe she won $100,000, Natty.
Oh, hot. We talking big money.
Yes, I never thought that giving someone else that amount of money would be so amazing, but I literally get emotional and want to cry because it was amazing. This young lady's story was everything. Yes, she had the grades, right? But
Hmm.
so did a lot of other students, right? She was a leader, but so were other students, right? She had a letter of recommendation, which is very solid. Make sure you get a teacher that's going to write a real positive, powerful recommendation, one that knows you, not generic. But what really separated was her story and her ability to share it.
That's
All
what
our
I think.
kids got stories, right? But
Yes.
they don't necessarily all realize that they have the ability to share. It's one of the reasons why we've done some poetry slams and we've done some of these takeovers where we work with students to help them find their voice. Her story was amazing. Her mother sent her here. Her father passed away in their home country. Her mother sent her here and stayed in their home country to work. By the time the mother came, the daughter didn't even recognize her.
Mm,
And then they came together. Her mom battled cancer, survived, and won. It was just her and her mom against the world. And she submitted the application. And it was just amazing. The story she had the whole total package, but the story is it. So if you want a student to be recognized, help them share their story. Help them find a way to share their story and leverage their story for their educational success. That's the trick. Because we'll look at the grades. If they got the grades, great. If they got the
hmm.
leadership, awesome. What separates them from someone else is their ability to share their story, and that is compelling.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that I really, really love about this opportunity. You know, I'm all about the story, but this, I said more scholarship with those broken down things. Those questions are a way for the student to honor themselves. And I was really impressed by that. I loved it. Like I said, the students were
Yeah.
already working on that.
Yeah, I
Man.
mean, a lot of kids sometimes won't take it seriously, or they won't put the emphasis on it. They think, "Hey, I got the grades, I got this, I got that." Yes, but what separates you? You got that.
Right.
You got to give us that variable. You got to give us that intangible about you. And
Hmm.
it always boils down in an application. It could be other things. It could be effort, and it could be like we can see that. But in the application, it's those short answers. It's you telling us your story in that form. That's what separates you from everyone else, and that's the secret. So everybody got to fill out the application February 6th. Natty, it's right around the corner. Natty, it's right
No,
around the
but when
corner.
I sign up, I'm going to do mine. Um,
But they got
and
time. I want to tell people February 6th is a couple weeks away. You can pull this together very easily. All right. They just got to put in the work. Go to mcdonalds.com/hacer and apply. You got to apply today.
apply, apply, and finish, and finish
Yes.
the application process.
Yes.
Finish, finish, finish. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Educators, how are you feeling out there? Thank you for staying in tune with us. Throw it back in the chat. Hashtag I said more. Who's here? Who's been listening? Who's going to share the information? What's going to happen next? Let me see something. Um, Chew. I love this.
Yes.
Love it. I love it. Is it? Do we
I'm
have
reading the
time?
chat too. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm
That's
all
what
up
was
in the
asking
business.
me. That's what was. How much time do we have left? Do we have any
Natty,
time to give away?
no, this is the end. This is it. We've answered the question. We do have to share some information. Uh, share some information about the next
What you mean?
virtual
We got
event.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
man.
no. We got to give away some stuff.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot about that, Natty.
And I
You know
saw
what it
you.
was. You want to know what it was? I was hoping not to give it away so I could take it for myself, but I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
These
I got to be
we about to
good. I
eat.
got to be good.
Yes, you got to be good. I'm McLovin it. We were supposed to. I thought we was only going to give away one McDonald's Arch card, but we got a few winners. We got a few winners. Thank you for being here. Um, and I want to recognize, or we want to offer you a McDonald's Arch card on behalf of Cool Speak. Once I announce your name, you quickly type your email in the chat and we'll delete it right away. We just need to get it so we can give you your gift. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Tim says, we really appreciate this opportunity for our students. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. We really appreciate what you do for your students and everybody here. But now, getting to the McDonald's Arch card, you can buy yourself lunch. You can take your friend out to lunch.
French fries, baby.
I know. McNuggets. McFlurry. That's what I, never mind. Okay, here we go. The first McDonald's Arch card goes to Karina. You won. Put your email in the chat, Karina.
That's my
Maribel, are
daughter's
you
name. So yes, that's a winner.
Maribel, are you there? Put your email in the chat because you too have won a McDonald's Arch card. Renee, hey friend, I saw you in the chat. You get a McDonald's Arch card. It does feel good giving away stuff.
Oh, it
It
does.
does
It
feel good.
does.
And the last McDonald's Arch card goes to the one that threw that real crazy gif or meme in the chat earlier. Daniel, you get a card. You get a
Daniel.
card. Y'all threw y'all's email in the chat, and thank you for being here. So Karina, Maribel, Renee, and Daniel, thank you. Okay, shoot, is this happening again? Another virtual session for
Yep.
educators, students. Who? What's next?
Well, first, on behalf of everyone here at McDonald's and Cool Speak and Natty and me, thank you all. Thank you for the work that you do. Please use us as a resource. Feel free to email us if you have questions. Go to the website, mcdonalds.com/hotel. But yeah, we're doing this again. Not only are we hitting the road and hitting a couple more schools in person, all right, before the end of the year, trying to get the good word out to get kids signing those applications for the scholarship, we are also doing another virtual event. All right. So we got an upcoming workshop, January 24th, 2023. The time will be to be determined. We will email you, but we have a special student workshop with Kacha Echazareta, and she is the first Mexican born astronaut. And she was actually on the tour with us. All right. And this session will be for students. She will be sharing her story. She worked at McDonald's. She was amazing. She actually came to some of our sessions on the road. We got to meet her. She was actually doing one-on-one sessions with students, giving them coaching sessions. We went to a STEM school with her. She is an amazing human being. She's going to be here virtually January 24th. Lock in the date, get your students. Your students can participate. They can log in, watch individually or watch together at the classroom and ask questions. We're going to there'll be giveaways during that session as well. So please make sure you set up and go. If you're one of the schools that we're coming to visit, I can't wait to see you in person. Uh, on behalf of everyone, thank you for what you do. Thank you for making dreams a reality. Thank you for always doing I Said More. Thank you, Natty. You were amazing host, and I absolutely loved doing this with you.
Yes, I love you too. I'm looking at the chat, and I told it they can. Oh, here we go. There we go. See, I was so busy in the chat, like, I think Renee was like, I can't. Karina, somebody was like, I can't get my Arch card. Wait a minute, hold up. But we got it. So thank you. Um, I you gonna have to log off because now I'm excited. Now I got my nerves out. I'm ready to party. I'm ready to set more.
Natty, I'm gonna see you next week. Right, next week we hit the road. We're heading Texas. We'll be
Okay.
live in Texas doing this program along with the El Paso, and then we will be doing the virtual event in 2 weeks. So the scholarship February 6th is a long ways from now. This is the time to get it done. So on behalf of everyone, thank you very much. Remember,
I'm
always,
still
always, always, I
I'm
said
still
more.
reading the chat. I gotta go. Hey, student of Renee's. Bye, y'all.
Bye.